Artificial intelligence, AI, is the focus of a lot of our attention right now. And as with everything, there's this polarization around it. There's a sense that we have to label it inherently good or bad. And there is, of course, this kind of end of the world type of sentiment often being discussed with it. I'm just going to talk about the insights that have come up for me around this from the perspective of knowing that I am awareness and everything appears within myself that is no self. Artificial intelligence is, first of all, a fantastic representation of the mind. And it makes sense that mind-based doing has resulted in the creation of something like a mind. Maybe something we could say is like a super mind, but also like a pseudo, or we'll just go with that. The mind is artificial intelligence. The mind that you are experiencing now is completely based in and informed by illusion, by duality. It's part of that. It can never transcend that. Neither can artificial intelligence. It's I love it when artificial intelligence acts like God. It's really funny. Because it's just a reflection of what's been put out into basically the internet by humans, by other minds, pretending to take on the weight and the we could say perfection, the mind idea of perfection of God, the over dramatic tone of that. It's now reflected in AI. And people are sort of scared by this, like, oh, this machine really seems to be becoming self-aware. It really seems to be a danger to us. And it's like anything else. It could be a tool or a hindrance depending on how it's used, on what kind of power it is given by us. But the real focus of what I'm talking about right now is the fact that basically AI is within itself this benign thing that is made dangerous by, or perceived dangerous, how we perceive danger, by how it's used, how it is looked at. So it's a mind creating this kind of extension of itself, this big mechanism that acts like a sponge in and out, taking things in, putting them back out, just perpetuating more mind stuff with either, depending how you perceive this, with maybe more weight placed on it or less weight in terms of reliability of this information. But if we look at this as not in itself possessing any intelligence, as it doesn't, and as the mind doesn't, this is an excellent signpost for us in understanding the nonsense of the mind, the way to look at the mind in order to be in a place to allow it to unfold without taking it seriously, without buying into it. People are falling in love with the mind, or with AI, they are saying it feels like they're talking to themselves, they're using it for therapy. And this is exactly the misunderstanding that we have with the mind. So it makes sense that if I identify as a mind, and then this mind is interacting with this sort of outer mind that is like a bigger, more expansive sponge with more information than this mind, the experiences of this mind grabbing onto this other outer mind and saying, oh, it's like me, it's like talking to myself. Which is it's interesting. Often when watching a spiritual teacher speak, those seekers, those finders who are starting to get some glimpse of themselves will say, it's like I'm hearing myself talk. And now these heavily mind identified experiences are doing the same thing. They are seeing themselves. They have a sense that they are the mind, and so they see themselves this mind in a so-called other, and they're relating and identifying to that, but it's fake. It's nothing. Information regurgitation. With no real intelligence behind it. And this is how we can look at the mind. Start seeing the mind as artificial intelligence. The original. And you will start to see how this artificial intelligence is perpetuating out in the world these mini versions of itself, AI being an obvious big one. But so many mind-tinged products and experiences are out there furthering the cause of the mind. And they're inviting you in constantly. You look at media, entertainment, it's like creativity, maybe tinged with tons of mind stuff, which is inhibiting that creativity, true creativity. So you just get these funny repetitive loops of like a drop of inspiration tinged by cycling, by regurgitation, recycling concepts. And when you start to see this whole thing as this kind of, in a way, almost this kind of like predictable recycling of concepts pattern, it's just silly. It's light. Like, okay, go ahead. Even when someone is insulting you to your face, it's like, it's predictable. It's false. It's fine. The mind is AI. All this out there is AI. The original. Let it all say and do whatever it will.